A very good evening, everyone, and welcome again for another round of the Belgian F4 Championship. Just as we witness a big spin of championship leader in the AM class, Mathieu Mol. So that's a good opening line, I would say. I've been joined by my dear colleague again, Ronald Mons. Ronald, how are you doing?
Good evening, Jean. Good evening, everybody. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing very fine and looking very much forward to tonight's races because the format has changed up a little bit.
Yeah, correct. We are doing 4 races, just like we do, like we do all the time. But it's now split into an AM session and a pro session because last time out we only had 2 cars in the consolation race, and that's not so fun. And especially there was somebody who couldn't race the consolation as well, so we had only 1 car. Unfortunately, we tried to advance the session because we thought everybody would like to go racing and not wait 30 minutes just to see 1 car on track. And unfortunately, by doing that, iRacing also decided to somehow shift the time, and then it was dark when we had to start. So we had to reschedule the race. And we saw 26 cars on track in the rescheduled race, and it was a very, very fun race. Nice battles throughout the field. Close battle between Vince Peters and Erin Bauer for P1. They were close all the time, and also further down the grid there were nice battles between everybody. So although it was a rescheduled race, it was almost a full grid and a very exciting race to watch.
Absolutely. So tonight we have 2 heats of the AM. That's what we're about to see after the qualifying. So that means that the first heat is just to place yourself on a good position on the grid for the feature race where you can score the points.
Yeah, it's the same as always. Also, when we do the other format, it's always the second race or the last race you're in will decide the points. And because we have points per class, there's really no difference in the end for the standing. So yeah, it's the second race that's where you get the points.
All right, then qualifying is over, and it's championship leader Mathieu Molle in pole position. Next to him is Julien Agnesis from KGL Sim Racing. Second row is Paro and Liebert. Next up, it's Stefan van der Smisse next to Nicolas Cordisco. Then Fabio Cumbo and Colin Christian. Then next up is Michael Mailleux and Arnaud Delans. Sixth row then Musa and Thiere, followed by Shana Classes and Tim Simon. All right.
Yeah, we had one pro driver who joined this session, but he left, of course. So we will see him back when the pro session starts.
Absolutely, and the session should start in about a minute, unless that everyone will be on the grid. But I don't think that's going to happen since Ferrazzano left the grid. He's also a newbie tonight. He will be racing for the first time in the pro class. We've seen him race in the Digitrax MX5 league as well. He's shown some very strong pace there, so I have high expectations of his presence in the pro races tonight.
Yeah, and I'm already jealous at the drivers because when I look outside in here, it's gray, it's raining, and they are standing on the grid in the nice sunny weather of Virginia. And I believe at the moment in real life it's about 30 degrees, 32 degrees as well. So the track could get hot actually. So especially in the beginning, it could be slippery, although it looks like the temps are quite okay at the moment and the lights go on. So I would say, Jean.
Oh, and that's going to be a false start of Agnesis, but a very good start of Mathieu Mol. Lights went out. flag is green. Julien Agnes immediately getting out of the way of the field. That's a very sportsmanlike thing to do. He's going to be penalized though, so we won't expect much from his race, except when he does a massive comeback. But he will go to the pit lane first up. Oh, I heard a little bit of contact. I think that's behind. Let's see.
There
There's
is
Julien
some
Agnes.
smoke. There is some smoke.
Yeah.
I think it's Shana who was maybe. Not sure what happened there. I will check the timing, but I don't see anything actually. So I think it's just a lockup, probably.
Must have been a deception. Here they
Yeah.
go through the S's for the first time. Kenny Liebert now in second, Julien Agnes' teammate. So he will be fighting to stay up, to keep up with Mathieu Molle, who is dominating the AM class for now with 392 points, so 52-point gap to Agnesis.
Yeah, and there was one car going wide, was the number 14. I believe that is Christian Collin.
Yes.
Last time out, he had only one incident in the 2 races. And that also meant that he won the Clean Driving Award in the AM class. As we see a very fierce battle between 2 Auriga cars.
Yes, that's Cordisco and Kumbo. Ooh, aggressive on the curbs there, Fabio Kumbo. I hope that the suspension will not suffer too much during the race, because it's still a long race to go. 28 minutes on the clock left, so we can expect a lot. I think Maxime Musin went into pit lane. That's one of the other Auriga cars.
Yeah, well, I just was about to say the curbs on this track. There are some nasty curbs also after the first couple of corners, I believe. When you go onto the S's, those curbs are quite high, and that's
very, very good intervention. I think good reflexes.
Yes.
That could have been. That was a very close one. It could have been a lot worse, but still Mathieu Molle in pole position. Kenny Liebert came really close there. They were side by side, but now it's again a 4/10 gap. Ooh, let's see what's happening there. Colin Christian chasing behind. Is it Kumbo? No, it's Paro.
Yeah, it's number 10, so that is Pao indeed.
He didn't have the best of starts either. He lost 3 positions, so I wonder what happened to him.
Yeah, and it's also on those S's, I just gonna call them the S's, and I'm not quite sure about the real name actually, but yeah, you can stay in the slipstream and get really close, but it's so difficult to overtake, and it's high speed. There's all high speed corners, and then you have that left that drops off. It's downhill, so
the side bend indeed, and the S's are called the climbing S's, but you can say S's, I guess.
Okay, just let's call it the S's.
Yeah, quite exciting corners for those high downforce cars, I think.
Yeah, and we have also
a sketchy circuit though.
Yeah, with some elevation changes. A blind corner after the straight, I believe. If you go turn right, that's more or less blind, and then you drop off.
An attack from Kenny Liebert on the inside here. He makes it fully past. Let's see if he can keep it up. He has to be going defensive by now. And let's see, he does have the opportunity to take the ideal line. Makes a little bit of a gap even. Let's see if he can make the gap bigger, or if Mathieu Molle can keep up and maybe try to get his position back. They are staying very close, but in this section it's really hard, dare I say, impossible to overtake unless someone makes a mistake. But here they are at the straight, and there they go to the climbing S's.
Yeah, and Molle was also driving a more shallow line between that in that first section of the track, while Liebert used more of the track actually. And also this heavy braking zone, it's uphill, but then the tree is gone. There used to be a tree in that corner.
Yeah, I remember. Why did they remove it?
It's removed in real life as well, I believe.
Yeah, but I liked it in iRacing.
Yeah, it was nice.
But I can see why. For safety reasons and
Yeah.
stuff, I think
Van
it
der
might be a good
Smissen
idea.
is
Oh, Van der
also
Smissen is catching up indeed. Let's see if he can make his way past Mathieu Mol. Mathieu Mol doesn't really look to have the pace in the early stages of the race, but then again, we're only 5 minutes away. He might be saving as well and use all of his tires at the final stage of the race.
yeah, and he's leading the championship. We're gonna have a look at the standings to see how big the gap is, because I think it's quite
I can
substantial.
show you
actually.
if you want, but we might first have a look at this side-by-side battle.
Yes.
Mathieu Mol on the inside, Van der Smissen on the outside. Couldn't make his move past Mol, but he does choose another line here as well, just like we saw Liebert and Mol a lap earlier. And staying really close. Let's see if he can make a move in the next sector, because he does show a very good pace. And he might be faster on track tonight than Mol. Liebert currently with the fastest lap, 1 minute 50.7. That's 4 tenths faster than Stefan's lap. So he's making a good gap now, trying to get away from the others.
So yeah, I was talking about the standings. He's got a 50 points lead. So yeah, 52 actually, and yeah, he could be playing the safety game, maybe just saying, okay, you know what, I will try to have a 0 incident score, which also gives you one extra point, and you can, if you could win the clean driving award, then you get a free session at the Digitrack Sim Racing Center. So you might be aiming for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very good price, and if you can manage to keep it clean and on the track, which you will have to do on Virginia if you want to finish the race, because one small off track can be terminal to your race results. But it's a very nice gift, and I really like that. And, I appreciate the offer.
Yeah.
I might be driving myself next race just so I can have a chance at it. I'll be at the back of the pack and just strolling through the track.
Yeah, indeed, it's a tricky track. You do have a lot of runoff area, but you lose so much time because it's so hard to get the car stopped on the grass, and then yeah, just
it's a good thing iRacing improved the
grip
driving on grass behavior, because otherwise it was over. You ended up in the wall, even if you started braking really early. But now you can still manage to save it quite a bit. For the pro drivers watching right now, maybe now is a good reminder to take part in the giveaway. I'll drop the link to the spreadsheet below in the chat. So if you sign up, you can have a shot at a nice prize from, I think it was IMB Raceway, was it?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So some people already won some sim racing socks and stuff like that. So yeah.
In the meantime, Molle has caught up with Liebert, less than 2/10 of a second now. 1/10. Oh, he looks to be going on the inside, but no, he cannot make the move yet. He wasn't far enough. Oh, and he shoots to the inside. He spooked Liebert, I think, and that's when he made the move. So very good one. Let's see if Liebert can keep it in front of Van der Smissen, because Van der Smissen is on a charge as well. Looks to have a very good run. Might be taking a little bit of slipstream, then go on the inside or outside. Let's see if he can dive his way past Liebert.
Yeah.
I think he can. They go side by side just a little bit, but Liebert can stay in front. He has a very good line, and now gains a little bit, enlarges the gap, and gets a little bit closer to Molle as well in the process.
Yeah, at the part of the track where we saw Mol go for the overtake, when you're the leading car and you see somebody in your rear view mirror, oh my god, I'm tripping all over my words at the moment.
Must be because of the weather.
Yeah, probably. But just without anybody behind you, it's such a scary corner. You are trying to brake as late as possible, and then you just hope don't go wide, don't go wide, don't go wide. Yeah, and if you then see a car in your mirrors, then it's easy to yeah, it can take you off guard, and then you leave the door open because you
Yeah,
really don't
absolutely.
want to go off track at that point.
Yeah, especially in these Formula cars. I think, and you do it in a touring car or in a Mazda MX-5, maybe you'll have a little bit more room for error, but it's it's so punishing when you
Yeah.
go off the line.
And at the previous shot, yeah, here he is. You can see Cordisco is also getting closer to Van der Smissen. I think he might be on his way to join that battle for the first 3 podium spots.
Yeah, absolutely. His first 3 sectors are looking really good. Very good first sector, even with a 3/10 faster sector. So his lap times are going better and better as well. And Cordisco might be making a move on the top 3 as well later on.
Yeah, he's probably hoping, okay, guys, just fight a little bit more and give me the opportunity to crawl back.
Let's see. Christian Collin. I think he was looking for a move, but he's still too far away. He's trying to keep up with the number 8 and number 10 Auriga cars, Kumbo and Pao.
Yeah, we saw him sliding as well, so maybe he's just trying too hard at the moment.
It's always fun to see teammates have a go at it. I think they might be battling because I think Pajot thinks he's faster.
Oh,
And that's a little mistake from indeed Kumbo. So Pajot might make a pass on the end of the straight. Let's hope they don't lose too much time because in the end the team effort is important as well.
Then it's a done deal.
Absolutely clean pass from Pajot on Kumbo, his teammate. Cordisco is a bit further away though, more than 3 seconds away, and he's getting closer, but not close enough yet. He's still.
I think the gap is. Oh, and an attack by Liebert. I think he was having a look on the inside. And also Van der Smissen waiting patiently. He can smell the opportunity, but it's not in reach just yet.
Yeah, he's going to have to be patient and let Molle and Liebert have a go at it first, unless he can make a very clean pass on Liebert. But it's so important not to lose the connection to Molle, because it's better to start in pole position than in third or even in last. But he might be happy with the second position as well, because that's on the front row of the race where you can score the big points tonight.
Yeah, this is just more or less a high-speed warm-up session. You can gain points for the fastest lap. Also, if you have 0 incidents, it will give you 1 point. But the end goal of this session is to get the best grid position possible for the next race, because that's the race where you can score the final points.
In the it looked like Simon and Musin were having a battle as well for P12, so let's have a quick look at the replay. Oh no, they were not battling at all. They were passing each other in the pit lane, I think.
But no, that's
I'm not sure. It's not the pit lane.
Yeah,
but
it's the other pit lane.
Was he confused or what was he doing?
Maybe he went wide or something coming out of the corner. I'm not sure, and just.
Oh, and that's another that's another off from Maximus. And this time it's in the barriers. He damaged the
front.
The front spoiler on the nose. I'm not sure if he will have to repair it or not. I think he can just move on, and so that means Agnesis moved up to P13 after he was all the way to the back due to his false start. Very unfortunate, but luckily for him, it was only a practice, as he will get to score the points in the next race.
Oh,
but it will be hard for him to get a good grid position as he passes Tim Simon. A very clean one again. So that's P12 then.
Yeah, next up is Shana Classes, who has been joining every race so far. So really, committed to the series. She won one of the races and showing up every evening, and also had I believe in Zandvoort there were 0 incident points, and even scored the fastest lap of that consolation session. Absolutely. It was so nice progression.
Good battle between Liebert and Van der Smissen now, but Liebert's on the inside of the next corner, so Van der Smissen does have to give up the battle. Still Molle in one, Liebert, and then Van der Smissen. Cordisco is not catching up, actually. He's losing time to the top 3. He was at 1.7 seconds, I think, 2 laps ago, and he's now at 3.3 seconds, so he's not having the pace to be in the top 3 at this moment. We might expect something in the final stages of the race.
Yeah, and I think even that his teammates, Kumbo and Paho, followed by Colin Christian, also are getting closer actually. So he was getting closer to the top 3, but now he is being chased by that group of cars, and I think they are getting closer to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And but it does fighting. Look like the battle is not over between the teammates. Paho really wants that position back. Oh, and that means Kumbo got passed again. Because I think we saw Kumbo make a mistake and Paho gaining the position, and now they switched up again. Oh, and there's a possible change in the lead. Kenny Liebert on the outside. He is almost fully passed. He's fully passed now, but can he place himself? Oh, I think that was contact. Yeah, that's a little bit of a crooked spoiler. He probably thought he made it all the way clear and then moved to the side. But yeah, looked like Mathieu Molle was just there. And he has to be going defensive on Van der Smissen now, but Van der Smissen is on the inside.
Alongside. Yeah.
And alongside as well, indeed. But can he keep alongside? It's a very long bend, so he might gain an advantage on the outside. I don't think he lost the position just yet, and now he's on the inside. So proper good move to be on the outside there in the braking zone. Manages to keep the second position, but he will be chasing Liebert again to take the first position back.
Yeah, and you can see by the way the cars behave that they are really pushing. I mean, the cars are sliding a little bit.
Absolutely, they are giving it their all, even though it's just the heat race. It's a good moment to practice, and of course, make sure you're in a good position on the grid for the feature race. Dietrich chasing Mailleux, but making a mistake on the outside. jumping over the curb, doesn't lose his position
No.
to Arnaud Delance, but he isn't getting closer to
Oh.
Maillot. He makes a mistake, oversteer I think, and loses the car. So that's another position. I was going to say a position gain for Dietrich Thiere, but it is not. It is Maxime Mussin, a back marker driving in between them. I thought it was for position, but it is not. So Dietrich Thiere back on track behind Maillot, and still not a position lost because the Lance is 1.5 seconds away.
Yeah, and it was a nasty jump we saw there by Thiere. Oh, there's a car on the side of the track as well, actually.
I think that's Tim Simon.
Oh, he just
so
jumped
I
the
make a
pitch.
mistake. Maybe. Pahot was going to attack on his teammate Kumbo, but didn't make a move, and now his position is being threatened by Colin.
Yeah, and they are getting closer to Cordisco as well. And just as we saw Dietrich have his spin, I was about to say, well, he kept his foot down, but probably he had dirt on the tires, and then
Yeah,
he spun
absolutely.
the car. But I thought he had saved it.
I don't know if you can hear it on the broadcast, but you can really hear the cars going aggressive on the curb on the inside there, jumping all over it. Maybe that's why I thought in the first lap that there was a crash. It was just the cars crashing over the curbs.
Yeah.
They're driving them like they are MX-5s. Danny Liebert has a very good advantage now in the lead, and Molle has to stay defensive on Van der Smissen.
Yeah, he might be
Cordisco
lacking.
is closing the gap by half a second already.
Yeah. Yeah, Mol might be having some less front downforce maybe because of that bend spoiler. Van der Smissen again trying to go for the inside, but this time he's in front, so I think he can. He will.
Absolutely. Very nice move, and makes it for now on the front row of tonight's feature race.
By the way,
He also
Kumbo
has the fast. Oh no, he does not have the fastest lap. It's Kumbo now.
Yeah, and it's now 3 cars of Auriga together, and then we have Christian Collin as well.
Yes, indeed. I suspect that Kumbo is going to try make a pass on Cordisco, and then he might try to close the gap to Molle, but I don't think they can really make it into the top 3 unless that something happens.
Well, it's 14 cars in a row. No points for that, however. Even if you have 4 in a row, no points for that. But still a nice sight to have all the cars.
It does make some nice pictures for social media. Yeah, they might be driving like this for a while until they can make it past Mathieu Molle and maybe Van der Smissen.
Yeah, I can imagine they are on the radio, so to speak, so on Discord probably talking to each other, I guess. Oh, that's...
Oh, that's 2 mistakes!
Oh!
That was a really close one.
Yeah.
And again, it's Pahot who takes the advantage. Now the other 2 Auriga cars must pay attention because Christian Collin will have a very good exit. I don't know if he can get closer. No, he's around 7/10. I don't think it's going to change much. But Kumbo and Cordisco are still side by side here. I think it's Cordisco on the inside and in front now. Yes, he is. And the battle just goes on. Still side by side. Oh, no. There's Collin! There was he didn't really anticipate them battling as well, I think, and had to go in the brakes really hard in the end.
Yeah, there was almost the team barbecue of Origa out of the window. Three cars
Yeah.
almost coming together. And also a classic mistake. We saw it before with when Tire went wide. Also the car behind went wide a little bit. And it was the same thing here. So the first car got wide a little bit too much. And then the second car just, watching too much to the car in front and following that line instead of, looking past the car probably. It's such a classic thing that can happen.
Absolutely. Less than 5 minutes on the clock, so just a few more laps until we see the checkered flag. And I think these two teammates will be fighting until they cross the finish line. Let's hope for a photo finish because they are going side by side for quite some time.
Yeah, it's again on the edge of the corner there. And that was the stuff I was talking about. That's where you just like hope, okay, don't go wide, don't go wide, don't go wide, and then before you know it, you're in the grass. And Colin is trying to find a way to get by, but unfortunately for him, he's and again a lockup.
Yes, a big lockup indeed. Let's see, at the front it's still Liebert in the lead, Van der Smissen in second, Molle in third. And the gap between Molle and Pahol stays the same as it was with Cordisco. I don't really know why, but I changed Christian Collin's name because his family name and first name, they were switched, so I fixed that, and then the overlay switched colors.
Yeah, it's back to the way it should be. There was also an SDK update before we started this, and the layout was slightly different, so somehow it's...
Yeah, I much prefer this one.
Yeah, me too. It's less invasive and still readable, so...
2.5 minutes on the clock, good gap between Liebert and Van der Smissen, so it does look like Liebert will start in pole position, and Van der Smissen, for now, I think he will keep the front row on the grid as well. But Molle is still a second away, so anything could happen in the next 2 laps. I think we're going to have one more lap now, and then the white flag. I see Shane in chat vouching for Christian Collin, who is going to make 5th position in the feature. I would love to see it happen. He's been driving very good in this league so far. We've seen some good actions in the first 4 rounds, and I hope we will see more in this one.
Yeah, and we didn't saw it, but actually Shana Klaus also got into top 10 at the moment. She was driving 11th when we followed her around last time, and now she has...
Yeah, indeed. She, I think she passed Arnaud Delance because he was in the pit lane for some time, I noticed.
Yeah, he had an off-track, I believe, as well.
Oh yeah, he won in the wall, wasn't it?
What it was a number 330, was it 333? Not sure. Let me. Yeah. No, it was Maxime Mouzin, I think, who went into the wall actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we have a lot of
so many names.
yeah, and they are all Origa cars.
Absolutely,
I think
it's hard
there
to
are
see
about
the difference.
6 of them in this heat at the moment. We have
just
Pahot,
past
Cordisco,
the
Combo.
finish line.
Yeah.
I didn't really see the flag, but I think there was a white flag. Wasn't it?
Let's have a look when we...
I think it will because we just passed the 30-minute mark.
There's a little bit of an elevation change. Where is the... Yeah, there was some...
I saw it.
Yeah.
It's the camera isn't well placed
No.
to see the flag, unfortunately. But this means that Kenny Liebert will have to pass the finish line just once more, and then he secures the win in the heat race and puts him in pole position for the next one. And if he can keep on the pace he had in this one, then he might be possible to take the win home.
Yeah, they all have a good grid position for the coming race.
I don't think anyone is going to take much risks in this lap. Although I do see Julien Agnes is getting past Thiere, but that's because Thiere was in the pit lane. Might be for a penalty reason, not sure. There is an incident limit, of course, so you have to do a drive-through every now and then if you go too much off the track.
Yeah, we got a checkered flag.
Absolutely, and that's Kenny with the win. Molle, Van der Smissen, then Molle and Pahot. That's the second row. Then we have Kumbo and Colin on the third row of the feature race tonight. Next up, Cordisco and Maillot just a bit further on. There he goes up to the finish line for the first time tonight. Hopefully not the last time.
Oh, and Shana Classes gained another position, P9 at the moment.
Indeed, maybe I saw Dietrich Thiere in the pits, so I don't know if it was him. He was in the top 10 as well, I think. Then it's Arnaud Delance, who's going to take P10. Unless he finds the NOS button, just like in Fast and the Furious, then he might drag race to the end and give us a photo finish.
Yeah, a 37th gear.
Absolutely.
Yeah, still P11 for Agneses, although he had a penalty for getting off the starting grid too early. But nothing's lost. He can still score some points in the race where it all counts, and that will be the next race, of course.
I was waiting for the results, but we cannot see the results yet, unfortunately. Dietrich Thiere is in pits, but did he finish the race? Did he cross the finish line in the end? I don't see the checkered flag behind his name, so that's fine.
No,
Maybe he went to pits afterwards. So I'm not sure if then they display another flag.
He's now on the pit exit. Yeah, but the session will jump to the warm-up, I believe, so then it should be...
yeah, he just crossed the finish line through the pits. He had to take maybe a penalty first. So now we should have a warm-up session of 5 minutes, I think, and then we move on to the
final race for the AM category, indeed. And we will have Kenny Liebert on pole, followed by Stefan van der Smissen and Mathieu Moll. Next we have Fabrice Pahot, Fabio Kumbo, Christian Collin, and Nicolas Cordisco. Michael Maillot, P8, Shana Classes will start from P9. Arnaud Delange in P10, Julien Agneses P11, P12 Dietrich Thieren, Tim Simon in P13, and then Maxime Musin as will start from P14. And just let me have a quick count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Origa racing cars actually. So yeah,
Yep, they're quite present on the grid.
it's 50% of the grid actually. Yeah. Yeah, so let's have a small break, and we will be back within a few
Yes.
minutes, and then we will have the second race. So see you soon.
Perfect. And welcome back. We have still 1 minute left in the warm up, so that might be a good time to have a look at the championship points. It's Mathieu Moll in the championship lead with a 52-point gap to Julien Agnesis. So with Agnesis being a little bit further down the grid, if nothing happens, then that gap might get a little bit bigger. But Cordisco is in shared second position with Agnesis. So that's going to be quite exciting. Then we have Mailleux in fourth and Liebert, the pole position, in fifth with a 321 points. So there's just 1 point difference with Mailleux. Van der
Yeah.
Smisse 310. And oh yeah, I think it might be time again to move to the to the race, because the warm up is ending. But yeah, lots of Auriga racing cars indeed.
Yeah, indeed. The top 5 is very close to each other, except for Mathieu Moll, who is leading with a quite substantial gap. Although there's still one drop round, and it's not in the current standing, so that will be calculated when we do the standings after this round, as we get ready to take a spot on the grid again.
Absolutely. All the drivers are joining the grid, but yeah, with Ferrazano not being in this session, then we still have to wait until the 2 minutes mark. So that's 1 minute and 30 seconds left, I would suppose. I'm not sure
Yeah, and I
if
think we
iRacing still
still
works like that.
Paho needs to join as well, and Simon
Yeah.
as well. So they are also. But I think it's about 55 seconds you have to join the grid. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And the lights are going on. I'm missing Paho on the grid, but that doesn't matter for Liebert because he's making a good start and he does have the inside line in T1. Van der Smith tries to stay close, as well as Mathieu Mo. Oh, a good run from Colin, who's immediately in fifth position. A good prediction from, I think it was Shane in the chat. In fourth at the moment, even if he can manage to stay ahead of Kumbo. Oh, I think I heard contact, but that's probably the curbs, just like we had last race.
Yeah, and I think Paho was able to start from pit lane.
Yes, he did indeed. Everyone in the end did take the start with Paho from the pit lane.
Yeah, but he
in the lead
is
still.
getting closer to Simon as well, so he's in the race. And Mol already pushing towards Van der Smisse. But also Colin is following quite nicely at the moment. So important to have a good exit from this corner.
Oh, Kumbo in the barrier. Oh, dangerous rejoin.
Oh.
That was
is that Agnesis?
A close call between Agnesis and Kumbo,
yep.
Indeed. And Agnesis does really need the points, all the points he can get tonight to get closer to the championship leader. Delance and Maillot having a battle. Maillot taking the inside now and makes the move past.
Not the best exit I think he had there, so could be this could be an opportunity for Delang. And we see Kumbo dropping in the standings.
Yep, he is in pit lane, of course, because he went straight into the wall. Oh, an attack from Van der Smissen on Liebert. Liebert managing well to stay ahead. But the gap is narrow and Molle is really breathing in their necks as well. Christian Collin still in fourth. I must say he has a lot of people supporting him, so
yeah,
he's the public's favorite for tonight, I think.
Yeah, and he just has to put in some nice laps now. Let the three in front of him battle. Just try to be smooth, be fast, and try to keep Cordisco behind. And not wanting to get involved just yet in the battle for P3, I would say. But just be patient.
Let's have a look at Maillot. He looks to have a good exit, but Agnesis has one as well. Maillot in the slipstream, but I don't think it's enough for now to make a move. It is enough for Paho behind them, making his way past here. Let's see, Maillot on the inside now. That's contact. That's contact between Agnesis and Maillot, wheel to wheel indeed. Luckily, because I think that's the best thing you can do at that point. Because if you hit the suspension or the other side of the wheel, then cars go flying.
And Agnes is already close behind Arnaud as well. As we see Mol go for the move on the inside, losing the car almost.
Oh, he keeps it! Tokyo Drift style in Virginia. I was gonna say he's going really hot into that turn. that might give some oversteer, and he had the oversteer, but he saved it really well. Couldn't
Yeah.
keep the position though, but at that point it doesn't matter because you really need to stay with the pack, even though you lose one position. It's better than to have a spin or to go off track.
Yeah, I wanted to call him, but I can't remember the name. I think it's a French or an Italian rally driver with a. I think he also has driven a Lancer, maybe, where you can see some really crazy corner entries, almost backwards going into the corner. It wasn't that extreme, but still nicely kept the car. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that it's
sounded like a
Molle.
slide indeed. As we see,
I'm not sure if there was contact, but I did hear the spin.
Mol has dropped back to, was that? Yeah, he's dropped
Yeah,
back to
it's Molle.
P5 indeed. And then
Yeah, because of his spin,
Cordisco
and now
just
Agnes is getting besides him.
yeah, and Cordisco just got past Colin as well. We could see that in the distance, the red car and then the Origa car.
Yes, indeed.
So
Maybe he had to avoid Molle, who was spinning, and then
yeah, I think there's a replay available. I think just to have a look at what happened to Mol actually. Is it just under braking? Oh, he's braking very late. Too late, and then
yeah, I see, and that's when Christian Colin had to hold himself back, and Cordisco had the opportunity to get the better exit.
Yeah, it's really braking on the edge there. We saw it already a couple of times that he was very late on the brakes.
Oh, Arnaud Delance on the grass. I think Molle was getting a little bit too hot in his head and really wanted to push himself and get better place into the top 3, because he does know he has the pace. He's not. It's not for nothing that he's a championship leader for now. So.
No, that's correct. But he has a nice lead, so he doesn't have to risk everything. Of course, you always want to race for the victory and for the eternal glory. Again, he was quite wide with wheels on the grass. Agnes is locking up as well. So this could become an opportunity for Mol to fight back.
Yes, and an opportunity for Colin as well, as he's getting closer and closer to Cordisco. He's moving to the inside. Let's see if he can make it pass. He is alongside.
Yeah, but he will be on the outside.
But he's now on the outside. Yeah, it's a very, very short left, and then it's immediately a big right. So you have to be on the right side of the track there.
Yeah, but they should know that both Agnesis and Mol have the pace to probably get back to them. So they just should focus on working together, like 3-4 laps maybe. Push as hard as they can, but without fighting. Just, not pushing like that. I was afraid he was going to bum draft, and that can end in tears, I know.
It did come close indeed, but very good braking of Colin, making it in the top 3. So
yes.
That's a first for him tonight.
Yeah, it was a nice move, definitely. And me blabbling about not fighting, and then a nice move. So
now he just has to
go
make
ahead,
the gap bigger and just focus
on.
He can see Van der Smith, so he just have to put his mindset on chasing him and not looking back.
But look at Agnesis and Mol. They are getting closer now, so they are really getting closer as these two fight. Although it's a nice fight for sure.
Absolutely, I want to watch this. Don't jinx it.
But there, lock up by Agnesis.
Oh, lock up indeed. Yep.
But they are close.
He's really pushing, and it's paying off because the gap is really close now between Agnesis and Cordisco. He might be making a move in this lap. Maybe even now, but that's not the good side you want to be on unless you can make it fully past. But I think this is in.
But the other car has to brake as well, of course. That was just on the verge of a lockup by Agnesis. You could see the wheel just like almost missing a beat, but not locking up completely. So he was really braking on the edge.
Yes, absolutely. A nice pass from Agnesis, who will now go and try to take the position away from Christian Collin. Oof, Molle going really close, and then it's Agnesis going closer and closer to Collin.
But again with a
Collin
lockup,
is
if
staying
I'm not
ahead.
mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, lots of lockups. I'm not sure how the tires will like that. We might have a look at the temperatures later on of the track, but first we have to see what Agnesis is going to do because he is really close now.
Yeah, and we saw Collin defending, driving in a defensive line. Maybe hoping Agnesis will fall back into the class of Cordisco and Mol. Yeah, and this part is... Yeah, it's not almost impossible to overtake in the twisty bit.
Yeah, but it is a part to get a good slipstream and then really try to brake really late in the final section.
Yeah.
But it's difficult. If you overshoot yourself, then you might end up in a wall like we saw. I think it was Musin in the previous race.
Yeah, and we saw also Collin going defensive again. But that was
fully
really...
side by side now. I think Agnesis has the move. He is fully passed, or at least it looks. And yeah, he makes it into the top 3. So Collin losing the position now has to make sure he doesn't make lose another position then to Cordisco or Molle. Both are Riga cars behind him.
Yeah, Collin was driving very defensive in that double right-hander where the 3 used to be. But that really compromised his speed on the long straight, and yeah, Agnesis just flew by.
Indeed, and here comes Cordisco on the inside of the braking zone, and a clean overtake, absolutely. So that's Collin P5 now. Still good if I have to believe the predictions from Shane. He sent them in chat last race. But it looked like he was going to take a podium position after all. He still can. The race is not over. There's still
20 minutes to go. More or less.
Yeah, if you count the final lap, yeah. Why not?
Meanwhile, Liebert is leading the race, followed by Van der Smissen. And those two are, are having do have a nice gap. And Agnesis, very strong race so far, going wide there. That could compromise his top speed on the straight, but he comes from P11, so very strong opening rounds for Agnesis.
Let's see, Liebert has a good lead still, but the gap is less than a second now between Liebert and Van der Smissen. Now just over a second. Let's have a quick look at the lap times. Fastest lap is, I think it is for Nicolas Cordisco. Well deserved because he got his positions back, so good effort from him. Let's see if Collin can defend his position to Mo.
Yeah, well, the fastest lap at the moment is for Julien Agnesis. It's 1:49.7. Mathieu Mol 1:49.9 at the moment. Oh, that's
Agnes. Agnes made a mistake, I think. I don't think there was any contact.
No, I don't think so. I think it was on his own.
Oh, yeah, too aggressive on the curb on the inside.
Yeah.
And then the car got upset.
Just kept it out of the wall.
3 positions. Drama. He's going to have to make his way back up to the top 3 because that 3rd position was well deserved. He gained so many positions since the start. I think he gained 8 positions. But yeah, very very unfortunate. Let's hope he can make his way back up, but it's a big gap, to be honest. It's 6 seconds to Mathieu Mol, and Mathieu Mol is not slow at all as he tries to make it past. Ooh, and that's enough track. Let's see if Agnes can. No, he is still way too far away. Molle only lost 2 seconds with that, which is still quite big, but it's not big enough to close a 6-second gap.
Van der Smussen is also getting closer to Liebert at the moment. It was over a second, the gap, a few laps back, and now it's 0.6, 0.7 at the moment. So if he can have a nice braking in this corner, good exit, then he could get closer in the slipstream.
Not sure why, but I see that Shana Klaas is in a pit lane. She's exiting pits already. I'm not sure if she made a stop. I think she made a stop, yeah. I'm not sure why. Maybe she had a stop and go, but I don't think so.
No, can't really no data available to have a look at what happened there. I don't think it will be a stop and go. I haven't seen any incident points or off tracks actually by her, so maybe underfueled in the warm-up session, maybe took less fuel and forgot to switch it. That could be an explanation. Yeah, not sure what happened there.
Colin is smelling that podium place. He's really close to Cody Skolman right now. Close. Yeah, a little bit of sketchy behavior.
A lot of rallying going on this evening as Colin tries to go for the move in the climbing S's it was.
Yep. Yeah, you can't make it if you're not fully side by side there. I think it's better to just
and
stay
again,
behind.
He's really on the edge.
He's struggling with the tires, I think, or he's trying to push too hard, maybe. But I must admit, I see Mathieu Collin in the YouTube chat saying, "What did Christian eat?" I'm not sure, but probably a good bottle of wine. Good suggestion from Christophe. Oh, another move, maybe. Can he go? No, no. He's going to just stay close. Try not to be too hot-headed. Be patient and make the move when you can.
Yeah, you could hear the cars bottoming out, and I think this is indeed looks like a good exit for Mathieu,
yes, indeed,
for Christian Collin. And he is on the inside, so if he can keep his car there and can brake, then it should be a done deal. Yeah.
I see a little bit of lockup. But a very nice move, absolutely. And makes it back onto that podium position. 3rd spot, with 11 minutes on the clock left. But he's under a lot of pressure from Cordisco and Molde, two Ariga teammates. They could play it tactically if they want to work together, but for now it's only Cordisco really trying to push him.
Well, Mol also on the edge there. Ooh, that was a small mistake. Wanted to turn in, but was a little bit too early and had to open the steering wheel again. So
Yeah, the
lucky
gap
for
is
him,
closing, but not by too
enough.
much, so he's going to keep his position, I'm sure. Unless he gets spooked, but no, he won't. Takes ahead, but does not have an advantage with the gap because they are very close. He's probably hoping that the two teammates want to battle each other, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Maybe they give each other a push, I'm not sure. I don't think you can really bum draft with these cars without making too much damage. But Mola, let's see if he can do it on the outside. Yeah, he does. He does make it past, and that's exactly what Colin hoped for. Oh, but then such a shame. He had the advantage. He was more than a second away, and he then almost lost it in the gravel.
Yeah, was a bit jealous. He saw the Origa guys going through the. He saw Mol going sideways and then through the grass in the first corner. So he said, "I can do that as well." As Van der Smith indeed is still very close to Kenny Liebert. And look at that gap. It's 11 seconds, so they more or less kept quiet, stayed close to each other, but Mol on the outside, but he's going to, yeah. He had to move down before the corner.
It's switching up a lot, so Mola again in third position. I think it was his starting position as well.
Yeah.
But there he is again, Colin. The guy with the bottle of wine.
This time he's trying to go for the outside.
Yeah, he's going for the outside, and the teammate, Cordisco, tried to
lock up.
Scoop in as well, a bit of a lockup. Maybe he can try to cut back.
But he will be on the outside.
Yeah, it's a difficult move. He's just trying to upset. Oh, a very nice one. It looked like he was getting ahead just a bit, but good reaction from Molle.
Oh, Molle again with a tank slapper.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the gap closing by a lot, but oh shit, it's Colin in defense because Cordisco was completely next to him, and now Agnesis has joined the pack as well, so he's back in the game, and it looked like he's going to make a move immediately on the Ariga car. That's Cordisco.
Yeah, I was about to say, guess who's back? Back again, something like that.
Yeah, almost back on the gravel again as well, so be careful, Agnesis. Now it's really close, less than half a second between Van der Smissen and Liebert. Now they go on the start-finish straight. It's uphill, but you do have a bit of slipstream, so let's see if Van der Smissen can make a move in the braking zone? I don't think so, because Liebert is really trying to break the slipstream by a lot, and the gap stays quite the same. But Van der Smissen is showing that he's there and he has the pace. So once Kenny Liebert looks in his mirror for just a split second too long, then and makes a mistake, then he will take the position. The Lance in pit lane,
That
maybe
looks
for
like
a
a
drive-through.
drive-through. Oh, Van der Smissen. This time he's very close. He should be able to stay close to Agnesis in the next section and then try to go for a move on the braking, going into the double right-hander. I would say was trying already before, but I think that more or less was the. He should have waited a little bit longer, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's always,
Agnesis.
if Agnes is back on the grass, he really has to make sure he doesn't push too hard. I know he does need all the points he can get, but some points are better than no points.
Yeah, but he's
At some
risking
point.
a drive through this way if he keeps going off track. Also, a spin can easily give you 2 incident points. As we have a look at Tieren, sorry, excuse me. It's without an S.
Oh, and that's the commentator's turn. It must be. As immediately after you almost mispronounce
Ooh,
his
and
name,
lock
he
up
goes
and
off
then-
track, and there goes De Lance. No, it was not De Lance, it was Musin. Now De Lance can maybe make a move, because Tier got upset a little bit as well. And he does look to have a good run, so he might take another position, which brings him up into P9. Let's see, he makes it fully past, now has to change positions, don't weave too much, or race control will get very angry at you. Yeah, that was a bit.
Yeah, was also almost a lock up by Tieren there as well. You could see his wheel just on the verge of a lock up.
Yep, Christian Collin getting fully side by side with Cordisco, but Collin stayed in 4th position.
Yeah, I think he's maybe driving. Colin's maybe driving a little bit too defensive because he was again turning in quite early in that corner, while there was still a lot of room left on the outside. So he shouldn't be looking too hard in his rear view mirrors. Tira going wide.
Not sure what happened to Tira, because he lost another position, and this time it's to Musin, who made a small mistake earlier on. Maybe he's struggling too much with the tires, or he just wants to make sure he doesn't get any more incident points. That's something we will not know for now. Liebert still in the lead with 2.5 minutes to go,
Yeah,
and a good gap to Van der Smissen.
Yeah, he gained a lot of time again, so gained 1 second more or less.
The biggest battle will be for 4th position.
And you
Collin,
can see
maybe 3rd position, but Mathieu Moll is almost 2 seconds away. Collin under attack from Cordisco and Agnesis. Agnesis is getting close as well. Let's see if he can make a move, but he's going to the outside.
Yeah, but lock up.
Ooh, lock up. Yeah, it looked a bit like contact, because Agnes' car jumped, but I think that's because he took the curb to avoid any contact, and he takes 5th position, and that gives Collin a little bit of room to breathe for a second, because the next 3 minutes are going to be wild for him.
Yeah, and I think actually that Agnesis could be quite close to the incident limit, and maybe that's why he was just not pushing that hard, and only try to go for a move that's clean. And could be the same for Moll as well. We saw him going off track a few times already. So again, Colin
Yeah.
struggling to get that car. He leaves a lot of room on the outside and then has to make a correction in the middle of the corner actually, and that always is
Yeah,
a
it's still a
negative
super
thing.
sketchy track and a very
Yeah.
hard track to learn and to master.
Yeah.
But I see Agnes is getting past
Yeah.
immediately. He had a very good run, I think. Or Colin held back just a little bit. Not
Yeah, I
to be
think
too
he really
aggressive.
lost it in that double right-hander there. He left a lot of room on the outside, and it can kill your end speed.
Let's see. I think we should see the white flag right now, but it's hard to see. Yeah, I think I saw it. Let's say so. More racing because now
Yep.
it's for the lead. Liebert lost the gap completely. Maybe he thought it was the checkered flag already, but unfortunately for him, it is not. 4/10 of a second is the gap now for the lead and for the win of tonight regarding to the AM class.
Yeah, it will be a sprint to the finish.
Yep, as they go through the S's for the last time, it's Liebert in front, but it does seem like they have some traffic up ahead. I thought I heard a car.
Yeah, Shana
Hoping
Klaas
that
is in front of them, I believe. And
yeah.
I also saw that Cordisco and Christian Collin went off track. But for now,
yeah.
let's focus on this battle so far, and then we can. They are still driving, so they didn't lose any positions, but they had a small off track. Yeah, I don't
Still
think
lots
that.
of people vouching for Christian Collin though, so I'm hoping he can keep his position, maybe get another position, but I'm not sure. What's sure is that we'll have a battle to the line between Liebert and Van der Smissen. A couple of corners to go still in this feature as they go on to the start-finish straight for the final time. And it is going to be Liebert taking the win for tonight's feature race. Van der Smissen in second, and the podium third spot is for Mathieu Molle. Very good driving from Agnesis as well, as he finishes in a fourth position, making up 7 positions. And Colin P5, just like the guys in chat predicted, super strong driving. Cordisco in 6th and Parot in 7th.
Yeah, and Miguel Mayo, we didn't see him that much, but he was a bit on an island. But also again P8, just like in the race before. Oh, I thought somebody had to go into pit lane still.
And Kumbo.
Yeah.
No, this is Kumbo. I think it was a back marker, Team Simon.
Simon, oui.
Oui,
Yes.
baguette.
Yeah, it's with all the French names.
Dietrich Stier happily crossing the finish line,
P11.
waving as he can in P11 indeed. He was in the top 10, but I think he was suffering a little bit too much and just wanted to make sure he got to the finish line. Maxime Buzyn, and then it's going to be Shana Classes. She's a little bit further away still, as she crossed the finish line just in front of the leaders. He had to go another full lap.
Yeah, and if you can stay before the leaders, it's also it can be beneficial to have an extra lap, because you never know if somebody picks up a 30-second penalty or something like that. It's good to have that extra lap in actually. Somebody really wants to destroy his car. Donuts.
Yes, all right. Awesome race. Let's quickly show the results, because after this we will have to go to the next session for the pro racing.
Yes.
So just like we saw on the screen, nice to see with the donuts behind. Kenny Liebert taking the overall or the AM win tonight with a 2-second gap to Stefan van der Smissen. Mathieu Mol on the podium, followed by Agnesis and Colin in 5th. Cordisco, Paro, Mailleux, and then Delance and Kumbo to finish the top 10, followed by Tire, Musin, Claessens, and Simon.
Yeah, and that's everybody for this race. So congratulations to the podium finishers. We're going to take a small break so we can go to the other session, and then we'll be right back with the pro races. So again, 2 30-minute races in the pro class, and we'll see you like within more or less 5 minutes. So just going to change sessions.
Yes, see you soon.
Good evening again, and as you can see, we have joined the pro session. But let's have a look at, let's have a talk with the winner of the AM race, Kenny Liebert. So good evening, Kenny. You can choose English, Dutch, French.
Doesn't matter for me.
Doesn't matter, okay. Well, first of all, congratulations. Strong performance in both races, actually. So yeah, tell us about your experience on this track, Virginia International Raceway.
Yeah. Well, it was not an easy one, I would say, because I didn't have too much practice, so consistency in the first race was a bit difficult. You also saw that they came closer quite a few times, and then in the battles I gained again a few tenths to make it safe for a while again, and then it was an ongoing battle of getting a gap, then losing the gap against it was and the same thing in the second race actually. It was also constantly looking in the relative time, because I was never 100% safe at the feeling, so it wasn't an easy one.
Yeah, especially in the end. I think the last two laps you went from a 1.5 second gap to a 0.2 second gap, so
yeah,
that must have
I
been
made a mistake indeed, and then the gap was gone quite fast, but in the end I kept it on track, so that's the most important thing. And it's nice to have first place now after the disconnect. It heals a little bit the wounds from that back then.
I was just about to say, how much were you praying that last lap? So no disconnect, no disconnect, no disconnect.
in the first session or the first race, then I said it in the last lap, and now I'm waiting for the disconnect to happen. But luckily,
yes, Stefan was waiting for it as well. So
I saw his comment.
Am I correct if I say that this track is actually the track where the slipstream is so far has been the strongest of all the tracks we have been?
Yeah, it's insane. Here you have to. Actually, the second straight is the most powerful one.
Yeah.
Once you get there, also if you screw up the exits, and the guy behind can get like 0.5 behind you, then you are that gap is gone. Like you can win half a second easily if you're close enough behind. So yeah, that straight is you have to make sure that you keep like a 0.7 second gap in order to be safe. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your advantage there quite fast.
Yeah, and it's quite scary if you have a car next to you going into that uphill, left kink, right-hander downhill. It's already
Luckily,
easy
no one
on
went
your
on
own.
the battle. Indeed.
to lose the car
Luckily,
there.
no one. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Luckily, every time we were side by side there, someone new, or the one that was still a little bit behind, went off the gas, because if you end up side by side in that, it's quickly off the track in the grass if you miss your braking point there. So it's a quick chaos in that specific.
And it takes about 3 days to get back on the track once you go. If you go very deep into the grass, then it takes ages to get back.
Slow down. Indeed.
Well,
good race overall.
Yeah, it was very nice to watch, and we could see everybody was really on the edge, pushing really hard. You could see it on the way the cars behave. You could see everybody was fighting really hard. So enjoyed it.
Julien was a bit too much on the edge in the first race. But was too eager to start.
Yeah, but he was still a strong performance. In the end, he got back to P4, I believe. So
but he was actually the fastest today. He had like the fastest lap in two of the races, and it was quite a good lap. So he would have not made the mistakes, but
you can't lose or you can't gain points in the apart from the fastest lap and clean race in the first race, but it's still important to get a good grid position. Unfortunately, he had that false start, and that really jeopardized his evening. So in the end, still a strong result for both the KGL cars in the AM class, and I do believe we have another one in the pro. Is it?
Sören.
Sören, I was looking for his name because I saw one of the cars while we were talking, so I was quite sure there was a KGL car in here as well.
Yeah.
All right, so I would say enjoy the pro race.
I
Sorry.
still have a question.
Okay.
Now we still have some time left, and as you're one of the sponsors, I would like to ask, how is it going with KGL Creation Lab? Have you got any interesting projects coming up this year?
Yeah, it's extremely busy because I'm doing this after my hours, and then since this year in September we also got our first kid, so who is 9 months old right now. So it's a busy time for me to combine it all, but yeah, everything is going really nice, and so
You'll have to quit your day job and go full time on the creation stuff.
Yeah, it might come to that point sooner or later, but we'll see how that turns out. Now we're still gonna move, so in August we're moving place, so that's also gonna be a big project, and then after that we'll see where we get. So,
yeah, I think I'd love to see it happen. What products are you selling right now for sim racing?
Yeah, when we started the dashboards, the LED bars, the lap timers, and then very soon we will be releasing a new range of gloves as well, which I'm waiting for them to be shipped. They are ready, so very soon those will release as well. And then yeah, some other accessories for stream deck mounts and stuff like that. So you can check it out on the website.
Great. I'd love to check it out. I must say I have the gloves as well, the previous version, and I still like them. So
Right.
they still serve me well.
All right, that's very nice to hear.
Yeah, and I can say I love them as well because I use them as well. The gloves, even with the touch stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, indeed, that's
very
a
nice.
very handy feature. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Then,
have a good evening. Maybe enjoy the races if you can. If you can watch, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Good evening.
Bye.
So, I think we had a happy winner in the AM class for sure. I really enjoyed the races as well. We'll have a short break as we just keep an eye on practice. It's about 5 minutes to go. Then we have the qualifying session in the pro class. That's 10 minutes, maximum 3 laps. So all the drivers need to set a fast lap in. They have three laps to do their best and put the best time on the timetable to get the pole position. So we're gonna take a short break. And then we will be back for 2 races, and I look outside at my office here, and yeah, it's no weather to have a drink on a outside somewhere. So just stay indoors and watch the races that are coming up. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Nog een pisje doen.
Good evening again, and as you can see, we are now 5 minutes into qualifying, and at the moment the pole is for Vince Peters, followed by Lucas Taalman and Renzo Uilenbroek in third place. And if all is well, Jean should be here again as well.
Absolutely, I still am. Back again, as they say, or as you said earlier. Indeed, Peter Stalman, Robroek, that's almost like the top 3 of the championship. I was showing the top 3 in the beginning of qualifying. It's currently Peters with a strong lead in the championship, followed by Robroek and Taalman. So Robroek and Taalman switched positions for the qualifying for now. Florent Guillaume is also very strong in the championship with 300 points. But lacks 40 points to the top 3.
Yeah, and again, same as with the AM standings, no drop rounds have been calculated yet. So there's 1 drop round in the season, but that will be added once we calculate the standings after round 5, and that is this one at Virginia International Raceway, which is a very exciting track. Slipstream very strong on this track, much stronger than on the tracks we have visited before, and also easy to make mistakes, as we see Renzo really pushing hard and sliding the car through the corner. And we said it in the interview with Kenny Liebert, who won the AM races. If you go off track and you end up in the grass, then it takes ages to get back on the track. And the positive side is that you have a lot of runoff area at some places, not everywhere. You can still hit walls, but the downside is it can take very long to get back on track. And also the curbs in some corners are quite nasty, are quite high, and we could hear cars bottoming out as well. A lot of elevation changes, blind corners, so everything a track needs to offer exciting races.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. As you said, the AM races were super interesting to watch. So many overtakes, but lots of driver mistakes as well. I wouldn't say too many incidents or racing incidents, but mainly driver mistakes, like overshooting in a braking zone or mid corner or exit oversteer. I think we've seen it all in the first 2 races.
Yeah, indeed. So we didn't have any. Yeah, there was a wheel to wheel a few times, I believe, but no major crashes into each other. At least some cars went off, but just small driver mistakes, like you said, Joe. Indeed. And although we had 14 cars on grids in the AM class. And we have now 15 for the pros. But still, we had great racing. So you don't need a really big field. You don't need 30 cars to have exciting races. And if I look at the pace of all the cars right now, I think we don't need more than 15 cars to have an exciting race.
Absolutely not. 30 seconds left on the clock, and then I can show everyone the grid positions, but you can basically see it already in the timing. It will be Vince Peters once again on pole position. He has so many points in his championship. He's taken all the wins so far. So 4 wins and I think 5 times already the fastest lap.
I think Aaron Baba also had the fastest lap last time out. I'm not sure, but you can score in every heat. You can score the fastest lap, and you can also score points for 0 incidents. And talking about that, last time out there was one driver who had 0 incidents in both races, or maybe 2. but it was Maxime Robroek who won the Clean Driving Awards, the Digitrax Sim Racing Center Clean Driving Award. He had 0 incident points, and I think he finished in P3 in the end. I'm not sure. Don't know it from the top of my head, but indeed strong performance, strong result, and still very clean races by Maxime Robroek.
Yes, indeed.
Are getting ready for the first race.
We are getting ready. Still some drivers on the track that are lacking. In the meanwhile, I've shown the starting grid. I'm not going to go over it one by one because I do not want to miss the race start. Sometimes it goes super quick. So let's have a look. We're still missing the top 3. I see Peter Stalman and Albroek. Also Hermans still not on the grid. Maybe trying to tweak some settings in the garage. Do not forget to take the race fuel, of course, because that's not the same as in the qualifying. We've seen so many drivers make the mistake in the past. Not so necessarily here, but you just see it everywhere.
Been there, done that as well. So yeah. And it's nice to see Albroek as well. Again, he missed I think 2 races as we see the lights coming up. So hold on tight.
Yes, and all the lights are going on, and it is green, green, green. Vince Peters having a good start.
Yep.
Taalman as well immediately goes in front of Albroek to defend his position and take the inside of the first corner. Luckily, because Albroek had a really good run as well. There we see some more side-by-side action. I think that's Delforge next to Ferrazzano.
Ferrazzano, yeah, indeed.
And Ferrazzano, the rookie of tonight, making his first appearance and immediately making it well, gaining a position in the first corner of the race. Peters still in the lead, but Taalman is going to have to go defensive to hold his position off from Albroek, but Albroek has a good run.
Whoa.
They are fully side by side. Hopefully this doesn't go wrong. He's off the track a little bit. And they just keep on going side by side. We've said it plenty of times. We didn't think it was possible, but the pros proved it really quickly, immediately in lap 1. So, yeah, we were wrong after all. I see Ferrazzano there on the inside trying to make up another position, but that's Kenny Hermans. Let's do not forget, you don't just get past Kenny Hermans. You'll have to work for it, and now he's going to have to go defensive on Delforge, the number 77, who's making his way back.
Yeah, and who will be on the inside if he stays on that line. Ferrazzano has to yield, slot back in behind Delforge as well.
Oh, and a good run, but he has the outside, so he's not going to be able to do anything with that. Let's see, are there the 2 Eagle Speed and the Squadra Veloce by Eagle RS?
Yeah, and nice opening lap. Nobody died, so that's already a very good thing.
Yeah, that's the least you could say. I didn't really expect it with those very close battle, to be honest. It was quite exciting. Oh, another battle.
Oh.
I see Philipparts dropping back. He must have had, I think it was an off track. And yeah, then that's how you lose a lot of positions in the opening stages of the race. Delforge and Ferrazzano still fighting each other.
Yeah, but they are now risking to lose the slipstream. And as we said before, it's quite important on this track. Quite.
No. I thought that was going to happen. Ferrazzano losing another position now to yellow. Schoonleggers.
He has to brake. Oh, that's
just keeps it out of the wall. So close.
Yeah, that's
Albroek in front of Taalman. He managed to gain the position. Jesus, what a close call for Jasper.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit
I
shocked.
think he's going to be dizzy.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's something we said in the previous race as well. Okay, you can fight hard, you can be aggressive on the opening laps, but you risk losing the slipstream, and that's what has happened right now. And yeah, it's always a dilemma, of course. Do you go for the move? Do you wait? But it's not easy to stay behind somebody when you're a sim racer or a racing driver in real life.
Jelle Verstraeten making a clean pass on Loris de Vlieger around the outside.
Yeah, Jelle had also a nice result in the rescheduled feature race, by the way. Just guessing, was it P7 or something like that? Not sure. Nice result as well for him.
Top 3 is still staying close for now. A second is the gap to Robroek in 4th, who's second in the championship. So he certainly has the pace to get back up to the front. But Hermans is charging on him. Less than 3/10 is the gap between the two of them.
Yeah, Hermans also was had a strong performance last time out, but then in the later stage, I think it was like not the last lap, but close to the end of the race, there was a bit of contact. Maybe some net code involved. Not sure what happened there. I have to be honest, I haven't really looked at the replay just yet. And then he dropped a few places. But it was he was racing very hard and showing great speed as well. As he's trying to have a look at Maxime Robroek. Oh, there's a crash.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
De
two
Vlieger.
Eagle cars.
De Vlieger having an off track. Yeah, the other one, I'm not sure about the other one, but the other one will be defending to Philippe Aerts. And Gerrits has made it past already.
Yeah, if we have time, we can have a look at the replay maybe later on. Just see what happened there. But I think he's lucky to be driving, because it almost looked like... or was it Shane van Ganzen who was involved as well? No.
I think he was involved as well.
Yeah, he jumped to pits. So because I could see a car up in the air.
Peter Goossens made it past Arend Ferrazzano. Both drivers are racing in the Mazda MX-5s as well, and they do tend to battle a lot, I think. Especially in the first race here, I think we're going to see them battling for quite some time. Ferrazzano was making his way up to the bottom of the grid, but
Hermans, sorry to interrupt you. Hermans also passed Maxime Robroek.
Oh yes, he did. He caught up with Maxime and made it fully past. So he's in.
Oh, and is that Romano trying to
getting past Romano as well, indeed.
Yeah, really trying to open the door there, force his way through the door actually.
Oh, that looked like
That's
a little bit of netcode or contact. I'm not sure, but it
again,
was a close call for Robroek.
Another pass in the climbing S's.
Yeah, I didn't expect much of those tonight, but it seems that it is possible, and they very much like to do it.
Yeah, I know now why I'm not in the pro class. So yeah, apparently you can overtake in the climbing SS, and another overtake is being done by Peter Goossens again on Ferrazzano.
Yes, but
Ferrazzano on the
Ferrazzano is
inside
not
again.
giving in. They're
Yeah.
going to have to continue the battle. Now Gooss is focusing on the right exit and try to make a move in the next section. But there's too many corners right here, so he'll have to wait for the next straight maybe. If he got a good exit out of the last curve there, last curve.
Yeah, Ferrazzano defending, forcing Goossens to the outside, which, if you can keep it on the outside in this corner, it becomes the inside for the next corner.
Yeah, but he didn't manage to do it. Unfortunately, he'll have to stay behind for now. Just keep close, and whenever there is a gap, he'll have to have a go at it.
Yeah, maybe we can have a look at the what happened to Shane van Ganzen, by the way. Oh,
that was,
yeah, that was one.
That was the Vlieger
Yeah.
who spun, and then yeah, Shane Ganzen got totally wrecked.
Yeah, I saw a car in the air, and it was Van Ganzen. But still, he. Okay, there you can't win points for position in this race, so just use it as a practice session and maybe pick up some pieces to get a better grid position for the race where all the points will be scored. As Goossens and Verrazzano are again very close. This time it's Goossens.
Yeah, he just made the pass and is now going defensive. Now he has to make sure that he has the inside next time they pass through C1, but it doesn't seem like the gap is big enough. Now just make sure that he doesn't try to... Oh, yes.
Just a
intense battle for the first heat race for them tonight.
Just a small lockup. Verrazzano going for the cutback. Yeah, nice move.
Absolutely. Now Goossens will have to do it all over again.
That was a clean cut.
Oh, look at the battle, top three. Peters, Allebroek, Taalman. Two teammates, Peters and Allebroek, really close to each other. Taalman just behind Allebroek. Now Peters has got the advantage of 7/10, and Allebroek, he doesn't seem like he had the best exit. He's waving over the track to break the slipstream, but I think he knows that he is a bit lost there because Taalman has a very good speed. Yeah. He's going to the outside, which becomes the inside, so he is in front and fully passed.
Yeah, again, that double right-hander seems to be so important. We've seen it in the AM races as well, and again, evidence of that corner being so important, while we see Rolbroek trying to fight back on the outside. If he can keep his car next to Taalman. Taalman with a bit of a lock-up. But has he inside now?
Yep, I think he did it again. Yeah, oof, that was really close. I think it was a slight touch maybe, but nothing these guys can't handle.
Yeah, I think the front spoiler was screaming.
Yep. Now again, a good run.
Whoa, that's
Whoa,
hard.
look, I don't think you can do that.
Going for the pass in the grass.
A very close call there. Alebroek going almost completely off the track, trying to get past Talman, but Talman is going super defensive.
Yeah, still trying to pick up slipstream from Peters. We heard Liebert say that if you have 0.7 point, and that's really bum drafting. Oh, it's. You have to be very careful doing that because, yeah, last time out with Mazdas, somebody was bum drafting as well, and in the end, I ended up in the wall. So even with these cars, which are so fragile, you really have to be careful. And also, if you just push a little bit too hard, then you're also picking up incident points. Maybe Talman opening the door. And again, a lockup!
Massive lockup, completely off the track, rejoins and loses a position, but Hermans is still 2 seconds away, so doesn't lose a position to Hermans yet. Romano and Robroek still fighting.
And Romano got in front of Robroek as well. First we saw Hermans passing Robroek, and so Romano also managed to, as they kick up some dirt, also managed to pass Robroek.
Hermans taking the lead and defending P4 as he's trying to get closer to Talman and the top 3 as well. We're halfway through the race right now, so I expect 8 more laps maybe.
Yeah, we have seen that first corner, which is more or less also like a double right-hander, although it's a bit of a bend going into the corner, and then it just keeps on turning. So it's one corner, but it feels very, very long actually. It has been claiming victims all night so far. We have seen a few cars going sideways, going off track there as well. It's also a heavy braking zone, and because of that little kink, we will probably see it if we stay close to Philippites. They are now going to that first corner. You can, there's a small kink here, more or less. So it's not very straight. It's like, a kink, and you have to brake, and it's so easy to...
sorry.
Yeah,
that's Jelle Verstraeten.
Yeah, that's a perfect demonstration of what I was trying to explain. It's a very... you arrive at a very high speed, and then you have to brake, and it's a very difficult braking zone, actually.
Robroek is getting closer and closer. Let's see if he can maybe try and make a move in this
Romano
sector. A little bit off track, Romano.
Yeah, at the moment this is one of the closest battles on track. There's still the battle between Verrazzano and Gosses going on, and also Verstraeten and Gerrits are close to each other. Everybody else is more or less spread. But this group of 3 cars is where the action is at the moment.
Yeah, top six is doing similar lap time, so not really changing much in the gap between
On the
Thalman and
edge.
Hermans. But he is on the edge though, so the gap could change in a positive or negative way. Thalman 3 seconds behind Uilenbroek, not really closing in. Hermans is around a second away, so podium is in sight for Hermans, Romano and Robroek.
And also Uilenbroek on the edge. Oh, white again. And this battle is going on from lap 2, I believe.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. I think I
And
predicted
Robroek
well.
with a counter attack will have the inside if he can keep his car next to Romano. He has to yield.
Unfortunately, yeah, he yields and gives the position back to Romano. Now the gap between Hermans and Romano got quite big, and Hermans is almost half a second away from Thalman, so it does look like he's getting closer and closer, and Thalman is getting further away from Uilenbroek, so maybe Thalman is not having the good pace right now. Yeah, last lap was half a second more than Hermans' lap.
Yeah, and Hermans will now be picking up the slipstream.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, Thalman
another
going
mistake.
wide. Yeah, I think he's maybe overdriving a little bit, but that's of course easy to say from my position. But we saw him going wide in the previous lap as well, a few times on the edge. And these two, they know each other because they were battling in the rescheduled feature race as well. Hermans waiting, staying close in the braking zone, trying to get a good exit.
Let's have a look on board to see really how well the slipstream works here.
Yeah, he should be able to get close, and of course he will be on the outside if he cannot make the pass before the braking zone, but I think it might just work. Thalman not yielding. Oh, that's...
look up from Thalman, yeah. Lots of tire smoke, and yep, Uilenbroek, sorry, Hermans does it.
Yeah.
Gets in third position. It was a really close one. Indeed, Thalman sliding around. He's really struggling with the tires. Maybe that's why Uilenbroek is always driving over the grass to cool his tires.
Yeah, but I have to say, Thalman really doing a great job, even with the lockup, just keeping the car on the inside of the corner, not making contact with Herman. Yeah. So, heads off for that car control there. And of course, also Herman's very strong move there, not being spooked by that and just staying close to Thalman. Robroek is also close to Romano again.
Yes, he is. He's not letting him go. The gap between Thalman and Romano is 1.6 seconds, so I think Romano is more looking in his mirror than he's looking through his windscreen, because he does not want to give up this position, and Robroek really wants it. Almost a tenth away now.
Yeah, and at the moment it is Vince Peters who has the fastest lap, even though he has no slipstream because he's leading the race at the moment. He's the only car below the 149s.
6 more minutes to go, so probably 4 laps left in this race.
Yep.
For now, it looks like Peters and Allenbroek will start on the front row. Hermans in third right now, but Thalman is only 2 tenths away, so they are going to be battling for third position, which is on the same row, so it will be a battle for honor, I think. Oh, a massive oversteer from Hermans. Third row currently Romano and Robert, but also them are fighting for position. It is better to finish this race on an uneven number, I think, because then you can start on the inside of T1.
Yeah, Thalman very close to Hermans. Staying within the track limits this time.
Oh, another
Hermans.
oversteer, and I think that's going to cost him his position.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think Thalman just eased off a little bit. Maybe just giving his tires a moment of rest. And this time it was Hermans who was, over the limit. Oh, you can hear the cars bottoming out on that curb. Oh, Hermans. And a new fastest lap for Vince Peters, 148.58.
Oh, yeah, Hermans going to the inside.
Yeah, this could become...
I was expecting that.
Yeah, strong move there.
Yeah, the turn is too long to undercut, so once you lose the position on the inside, then it is a lost cause, and you'll have to try again maybe in the next sector in a big braking zone.
And it looks
Let's have another look at Thalman. Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, I think we just have to follow this one a little bit, but then maybe we could switch to Gosses, because he's now under threat of Delforge, by the way. And also close to Verrazzano, as you can see. So Delforge really getting close to these two. They have been fighting...
struggling a little bit as well, I think, with the tires.
Yeah, they have been fighting quite hard, and that gave the opportunity to Delforge to creep back ever so slightly. Oh,
yep.
That was edgy.
Oh, and there he's coming. Oh, and all the way past. Yeah. I think Gosses let go a little bit.
Yeah,
and now
he
he's
had to...
attacking Verrazzano. Oh, look at the run he has. Maybe it's difficult to be on the outside there, because the one on the inside definitely runs wide.
Yeah, I think the stewards will have just put a small mark now for Verrazzano, because that move was... a bit of maybe a karting block.
Yeah. He is quite aggressive, but also very fast.
Yeah, definitely.
P7 now, so he's up one position from his starting grid. He was very fast in the opening stage, and then struggling a lot mid-race, and now in the final stages he's up and running again. A little under 2 minutes to go, so I think at the end of this lap we will get a white flag for Vince Peters. Thalman and Hermans still haven't decided who can get on the podium of the heat race.
Oh, Delforge there, really late on the brakes, using almost all of the track.
Oh! Whoa! That was a contact. Big shunt.
Not sure what, because they didn't look that close to each other, actually.
It didn't? To me, it did.
Yeah, they were next to each other, but maybe.
No. I think the first steered into. We'll probably have a look at it later. I think we are on the white flag lap now. Let's have a look at the battle between Hermans and Taalman.
Yeah, and that's almost becoming the battle between Hermans, Taalman, Romano, and Robrook.
It's so difficult to say those four names after each other.
There.
Oh, Hermans indeed.
Bit of understeer. And now it's indeed a battle between Hermans, Taalman, Romano, and Robrook.
Yes, all fighting for the final podium spot. Third position. Hermans P3. Taalman has been in P3 for a long time this race, but Hermans took away that spot. Taalman is doing everything he can to take it back again, but Kenny is putting up a good defensive driving battle. Now let's see, Taalman with the slipstream. Is he going to move out of the slipstream? Yes, he does. He goes to that side. Yeah, he'll have to make it fully past.
Hold it, guys, because we just saw something happen here as well.
Oh,
it's the same.
That's a contact.
Yeah, and now they lose both.
Meanwhile, it's time to have a look at our championship leader taking yet another win for tonight. Rezo Elbroek in second. And there we have P3 in the end, Romano. And I think Robrook is just not. Oh, it was closer than I thought it would get though. So Robrook in P4. Taalman and Hermans then after their little incident in the final sector, Peter Gosses in 7th.
They're not
in
going to
front of Ferrazzano.
They're not going to be good friends, I think, Hermans and Taalman, because they came together last race as well. So Philip Aerts.
Philip Aerts, I think he just got past Ferrazzano on the line.
Yeah.
Søren Gerrits. And then we have Delforge and Verstraete. I just want to have a quick look and see if I can find the incident from earlier.
With Delforge.
Nope, that's not this one.
Yeah, he went into pit lane as well, actually. So I think that's.
Now I missed it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we cannot see it again. Another 5-minute warm up for drivers to do a little pit stop, do some testing, whatever they want.
Yeah, and I suggest we do the same. Have a small break, and then we'll be back for the final race of the evening. Another 30-minute race in the pro class. So we'll get back to you within 5 minutes. Welcome back. We have about 1 minute and a half to go in the warm-up session, and then we'll have the final race of this evening. And apparently we have a vote. We have a vote. Who is going to win tonight's race?
Yeah, I'm curious what everyone thinks. We know Vince Peter is so strong, but yeah, I don't know. I see the possibility of Hermans winning a race as well. Oh, that's the wrong results.
I think we have about.
Oh, he dropped back to 11th. I withdraw. He probably had a penalty after the crash due to incident points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. I was gonna vouch for him tonight.
Same for Lucas Talman, by the way. He also dropped back, so they both came together again, and unfortunately that has put them back a few places. As I was saying, I think we have about Vince Peters can win, Renzo can win, Lucas Romano can win, Maxim Robroek can win, Lucas Talman can win, Kenny Hermans can win, although they are now a little bit behind. But yeah, if something happens, somebody you don't expect could win as well, actually. I'm not saying that everybody in this session is fast, but we have to be honest, some people are a bit faster still. So a lot of things can happen. And the warm-up is done, so let's get ready on the grid. So we have Vince Peters starting from pole position, Renzo Elbroek P2, Lucas Romano P3, Maxime Robroek P4, Pieter Goossens P5, Gilles Philippaert 6, 7, Aaron Ferrazzano, Søren Gerrits in 8, Jonathan Delforge in 9th, Lucas Talman P10, P11 Kenny Hermans, Jelle Verstraeten P12, and then we have Jasper Schoonakers in P13, Lorenz de Vlieger P14, and in 15th place Shane van Gansen, who was caught up in a crash because of a car spun in front of him, I believe, and had to go into pit lane for a fast repair.
Yes, and the lights are on. Everyone is on the grid except Kenny Hermans.
I
see he might be starting from pit lane, so the lights are on. And it is green, green, green. Good start. Oh, bad start from Robroek, I think it was. Was it Robroek?
No, it's one of the Vortex cars, so that should be Romano.
Yes, it was Romano. It was Romano indeed. He is now in between all the others. And Ferrazzano on the inside, 3 wide. I hope it's going to end well this time. Oh, that was a close one in the first corner. Luckily, everyone managed to avoid Romano on the starting grid. We're off for another 30 minutes of exciting racing. Talman behind Romano, already struggling a little bit.
Yeah, it was pushing very hard to get some places back, which he managed to do so far. But they almost went 4 wide there in that first couple of corners. Oh, Talman going wide there, close to Romano.
Yeah, Philippaert must be squeezing his butt cheeks because he's in 5th with a big pack of very fast drivers behind him, putting the pressure all over him. Oh, that's Talman with a mistake.
And
some contact. Oh, such a shame. That's De Vlieger and...
That's 3 cars with damage.
De Vlieger and Gerrits, I think.
Yeah, Gerrits was able to stop his car for the stranded car of Talman, but then it was Vlieger? Wasn't able to stop in time coming out of the corner.
Kenny Hermans did not take the start,
nope.
Unfortunately. That's quite unfortunate. Luckily, I didn't put my money on him. I would have lost immediately. So Peters again in P1. I might have to change the pole between Peters and Uilenbroek because I think those are the two that will have to fight it out until the end. Of course, they are teammates, so I don't hope they start to fight too early. Ooh, Ferrazzano, you're completely side by side with
Philippaerts.
Ooh,
Philippa, is that's
Philippaerts, yes.
Philippaerts? Yeah, and then Romano is in there as well. And meanwhile, Peter Goos is running in P4.
He is.
Yeah.
Good start, already up a position. Oh, Alabok getting closer, under 2 tenths even. Let's see if he's going to make a move and try to show his teammate that he is extremely fast as well.
Yeah, we know Renzo is fast. I think he just had to adapt a little bit more to this car. It's different from a GT car or a TCR.
There we go, up the mountain. Jelleverstraat really close behind Romano.
Yeah, and Thalman is also in pit lane. And yeah, but still he has time to do enough laps to still score points.
Fully side by side now, Verstraeten and Romano, but Romano has the inside. Let's see if he can go for a cutback. That's a difficult corner to do, but he does look to be doing very fine. Now he's on the outside, but if he can have a good line, then he can keep the position. Let's see what he does.
A little bit of a wiggle there by Verstraeten, and it's Delforge who is...
Oh, shame. He had the inside. He had to focus to stay on track, but it was too difficult. Lost position indeed, and a lot of time as well. I think that's probably a second that he lost.
Yeah, and it was Delforge who was looking, okay, who do I need to follow? And he apparently made the correct choice because he's now... Yeah, he did pass Romano. So Jonathan Delforge up into P7. Bit of a slide on the exit. And indeed, Allebroek still close to Vince Peters. And again, kicking up some dirt. And at the moment, it's Renzo Allebroek who is having the fastest lap time, 1:48.77. So in the slipstream, he is also broken the barrier of 1:49.
Yes, indeed. I didn't really pay attention who had the fastest lap in the previous race, but I suppose it was Peters. That's the last one I saw improve the lap time. Now it's Allebroek as of now. If he can stay close during the whole race, then he could maintain the fastest lap. If he can make it up to P1, then of course he gets a lot more points.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Aaron Ferrazzano can get closer to Peter Goos while he is dragging Gilles Philippaerts along. So that could become a three-car battle as well.
Renzo Allebroek hasn't had the best of luck this championship. He is yet to score some points, so if he finishes well tonight, it might be some good points for him for this championship.
Yeah, it's all for the honor. I think he skipped, I think, 2 races and indeed wasn't able to... He had some issues in Zandvoort, I believe, when the race started. He had some technical issues and couldn't race. So if you don't race, 0 points, that is. So yeah.
It would be nice to have a win as your first points in the championship.
Yeah.
I would never say no, even especially with a fast lap point, which he still has at the moment. Only Peters and Allenbroek under the 1 minute 49 for now. Oh no, Gilles Philipparts as well with a 1 minute 48.99.
Yeah, too bad we lost Hermans and Thalman, because I think they were able to mix themselves within this battle. And don't forget Eren Baba, he isn't joining this race, but my guess is we would have seen him up front as well. And indeed, nice battle between Schoonakers and Van Ganzen.
Yes, and up front, Verstraete and Romano as well. Also very close to each other.
Yeah, a little bit of damage on the front spoiler there of Romano. Looks to me like probably by hitting a curb a little bit too hard. Yeah, and Verrazzano is close to Gosses again, and he's bringing Philipparts with him.
Yeah, they've shown a lot of battles in the heat race, so I was expecting them to battle a lot in the feature race as well. Gosses is up in 4. Verrazzano will be battling with him shortly. Oh, and maybe it might be shortly because he's on the inside.
Yeah, it was a very...
makes the pass. That was a pretty easy pass.
Yeah, Gosses being a really a gentleman by opening the door very wide. Was thinking about a cutback, but
Yeah, it's so hard in the first corner there.
yeah, and also Romano, Schoonakers and Van Ganzen are close to each other, so another 3-car battle going on a bit further down the field as we see the 2 leading cars fighting as well. Allenbroek is now within 0.3, so he could go for a move, but I don't think he's using the slipstream enough.
Maybe Allenbroek doesn't want to make it past to Vince Peters.
Not yet, maybe, not yet. Just
to give him the
waiting.
points to make sure he wins the championship and gets to defend Belgium at the Motorsport Games. Because that's something you always have to have in mind in this championship. If you win, you go to was it Italy or?
No, it's in Spain.
In Spain, yeah, same. I didn't say that.
No. Allenbroek getting closer in the braking zone.
Have a look at Schoonakers getting past Romano.
Romano has... No, doesn't have the inside anymore. Oh, Schoonakers with a locking front wheel. Not a complete lockup, but you could see the wheel again, like I said before, missing a beat there and just stopped rolling ever so slightly, but didn't have a lockup, so it was really on the maximum braking power possible.
Yes, very nice move. Now he has to focus and try to get back to Jelle Verstraete to so that he can work his way back up in the top 10. Currently in P9, but P8 is only 2.5 seconds away.
Yeah, and if you look at the standings, this is these are important battles because Jonathan Delforge, who is in P7 at the moment, they are all close. Gilles Philippaerts, Pieter Goossens, Jasper Schoonmakers, they are very close to each other in the standings at the moment. So these positions do matter for the overall standings as well.
Yes, we're almost at the halfway mark. Maybe let's compare the current standings to the championship standings. I think there's a lot of points to win for both P1 and P2. Peters and Robroek Taalman, where he's going to lose his third position maybe. Florent Guillaume, I don't think he's not present today, so he's going to stay at 300 as well. And then we have Jonathan Delforge.
Yeah. Oh, a lockup by Schoonmakers, and that means he has to let Romano get by. Yeah, Delforge is probably going to move up a little bit, and I think same goes for Goossens and Philippaerts as well, and Schoonmakers as well, if they keep it on track. Yeah, and that's why you always have to, even if you have a crash in the opening lap, just if you look at the table right now, we still have 13 cars running. Just go out, do as much laps as you can, and you will always have points. And there is a drop round, but in the end, sometimes it's like 1 point that can decide a position in the end. So. Always try to race again.
Yeah, there's lots of points to be gained, and especially to be lost when you don't participate or when you're out of the race. Then you see all your competitors go up in the rankings. I don't think there's a drop round either in this championship, or is there, Ronald?
Excuse me, sorry. I was just reading something in chat and
there is no drop round, right?
Yeah, well, yes, there is. There's one drop round, yeah. So
okay. I misunderstood.
out of 6 races, there will be 5 races that will count towards the final standing. So we will incorporate that drop round when we do the standings after this round. Yes. Romano very close to Schoonmakers. Close, that means he will have the slipstream power, but also, Van Gansen is close to Romano.
I must say we should have a look because exactly.
That's something we have to.
I just saw it happen, but you were talking about the other one, so let's have a quick look at the replay.
Yes, please.
It is on the. I think that's the back straight.
Yeah, and just Peter's really holding
pretty
back.
Easy one.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a slowdown of some sorts, or a team call. I'm not sure.
They were close to each other on the straight. I think Peter's just let go because he knew that the slipstream. Romano going deep into the corner.
Almost overshot it. That was a really close one.
Oh, and Schoonmaker. Oh, I thought he was going wide as well, but that was just an optical illusion.
It's late, you know.
Yeah, and I'm old.
It's a weekday, you're old.
Yes.
You said it first.
It has been a hell of a week, but it's only Tuesday. Oops.
Vince Peters catching up again.
Yeah, going wide. And yeah, the gaps aren't that big, but just a little bit too big to have a real slipstream fight going on between Robroek, Verzano and Gosses. Although Gosses is close to Verzano again. Same goes for Romano and Van Ganze. And of course, Peters and Albroek as well.
Yeah, Romano staying close, but just misses out on that top 10 as it stands right now. Shane Van Gansen from Digitrack Sim Racing Team is defending well. Trying to catch up with Schooneckers as well. But Schooneckers isn't really catching up with Verstraeten, must I say. It was at 2.7 a couple laps ago, now it's at 2.5. It's been a bit of an on and off and on. As it stands right now, Albroek in P1. Yeah. Maybe it's time to try out another pole, and let's see who thinks is going to win, Peters or Albroek.
Yeah, Albroek just slightly missed the apex. I was saying Robroek, but I meant Albroek. They're both Brooks, but different Brooks. And it's Peters who is in front of Albroek again. Yes, this time indeed. It's Albroek who has to back off. Yeah, Albroek more or less missed the apex in the first part of that double right-hander, and I think that was the reason why Peters could get back on the straights using the slipstream.
I must say, people really believe in the talent of Vince Peters. Immediately 2 votes voting for Peters. Almost instantaneously.
Oh, the Albroek.
Yeah, he
very
is
close. This could become a move. Penalty. Yeah, he's putting his. Oh!
Almost race ending. It was nerve-wracking. I was
very close.
My butt cheek so hard. Almost broke my chair.
Yeah, Robroek wouldn't mind, I think. Although you don't want to win a race by having a crash or by having your competitors crash, but still.
Especially not your teammate. Robroek, yeah, indeed.
Yeah, and Peters with a bit of a slide. But also Albroek went a little bit wide into the dirt, and I don't think he can get close enough to go for a move. He must be thinking about it, but still he's going for it, yeah. And it's this time Peters doesn't back off. He just holds the corner.
I think on the straight it looks like when you go uphill you have a slipstream, but once you go down the hill it really catapults you, and then you get a little bit of an extra boost, and that's what made the maneuver possible for some of the drivers we've seen tonight. And Albroek has a good run on the start-finish straight as they cross the finish line for the start of the 12th lap. 13th lap, I think. Yep, 13th lap. Elbrook on the outside. Let's see if he can.
It's dirty there. Has to be careful.
Outside. Indeed, it's dirty. He is careful enough, but Peters stays in front.
Van Ganzen and Romano also still fighting very hard. Schoonakers in front of them. He had a gap of about 2 seconds. No, that's with Verstraeten, sorry. So they have all been close to each other for the last couple of laps. Van Ganzen having a look.
Yep. Is he going to make a move? I don't think he is. He was besides a little bit, but not enough to get priority, and moves aside, gets back behind Schoonakers, and will have to try on the straight here after the double right corner.
Yeah, if you can keep close and have a good exit.
Van Ganzen chose a little bit of a narrower line than Schoonakers. I think that he gives Schoonakers a better run.
Yeah. Probably because Van Ganzen also is looking behind, and he sees that black and red car of Romano.
Six minutes to go. I see that Søren Geerts had a crash, but he's still in the race. Let's have a quick look at what happened. He was driving by himself. Must have been an unfortunate spin, maybe too aggressive on the curb. Yeah. Oh, just the tiniest bit of tire on the grass, and that's enough. Oh, here we have Van Ganzen getting super close.
Oh, and Romano also is always very late on the brakes in that corner.
Yes, it does. It does scare me sometimes.
Yeah, and I think Gerrits also picked up some damage. I'm not sure if he went into pit lane. Yeah, he did went into pit lane for a fast repair. Because of when Talman spun, he could stop his car, but then somebody bumped into him.
Peters and Elbrook still in a 1-2 position. Elbrook really desiring that win, but he still has to give a little bit more in order to get past Peters and staying past Peters.
Yeah, this section is so important to get it right, because this will determine your end speed going into the first corner, and it looks to me that Elbrook is quite close. So using the slipstream just a little bit more, going for the outside this time again. No, goes for the inside, and that should be a done deal, I think. Yeah.
Yes, he is. He is past. In the first corner of the track in the braking zone. Nice and clean overtake. I was multitasking a little bit because I had to kill a mosquito.
Oh.
And I did it. So
right.
It's a win for both of us, I would say. Meanwhile, we didn't see it on the stream, but Ferrazzano has gotten past Goossens as well. Has pulled a gap and is chasing Maxime Robroek, or as Thomas Smets, our journalist, likes to call it, Mr. Consistent, because indeed he gets so many points because he's fast but very consistent. And that's something you don't see in every racing driver. Less than 3 seconds behind the leader.
Let's have a look if Peters can counter-attack. He is well within the slipstream range already.
Yep. But he's not using it.
No. Cooling the engine. Oh, it's a big gap suddenly.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. It looks like maybe another slowdown. I'm not sure at which part of the track you tend to get the most slowdowns, but it looks like it's over there.
I'm not yet. Could be if you go really wide, maybe on the exit of the double right-hander where the tree used to be. I'm not sure if there's a slowdown on the outside if you go too wide. I'm not sure if we can see that data, by the way.
Which data?
Yeah, if you can see if somebody has picked up a slowdown, I don't think we can. No, we don't see something like that. No.
Pretty sure we can't see
it.
But
quite a substantial gap at the moment. Romano.
Pretty sure that the people who voted on Vince Peters taking the win are doubting themselves right now, because it does look, with 2 minutes to go, that Allenbroek might take the first win tonight.
Yeah, looks like the front spoiler of Van Gansen is also a little bit bent. Romano's spoilers as well. The one from Schoonmakers still looking quite okay, actually. As Romano is definitely closing in on Schoonmakers at the moment.
Peters is closing the gap, less than half a second right now.
Yeah.
Between Romano and Schoonmakers even less. 0.2 of a second. Oh, now with Peters and Allenbroek as well. He must have had a very good slipstream. Oh, that was a very close one. Less than 30 centimeters away from each other. Make sure not to break the nose of the car, because if you break the nose of the car, it's going to drive like hell.
Yeah, and I think we have about 2 laps to go, probably. We'll have to check.
This will be the white flag. I think this will be the white flag, so we will now see the final lap.
I couldn't see it, unfortunately. Yep.
Yeah, I saw the white flag, so white
last
flag
lap.
indeed. Oh! Peters! I didn't expect the move. I thought it was far enough away, but Peters got the lead again. I'm not sure how he does this. Every time something happens to him, he just takes it back like it's nothing.
Yeah, probably had a very good exit again on that last corner. It's so important, just as we saw, Allenbroek do it. But this time it is Allenbroek who is close to Peters within the slipstream, that's for sure. So this part is going to be crucial. Will he be able to have a good exit? It looked like Peters was struggling a little bit on the exit, maybe a little bit too hard on the curb. A bit of weaving going on.
I must say it did look a little bit like Allenbroek was giving back the position, or I'm not sure if Peters is able to get past Allenbroek in T1 on the outside otherwise. But very, very proper racing from both of them. Whatever the outcome, I think we've seen some incredible racing, especially the fast lap times. Let's have a look. Fastest lap time, Vince Peters with a 1:47.9.
I think it's in the
Maybe
bag.
that's why Vince Peters was driving behind Allenbroek to get the fastest lap.
Could be a little bit of.
It's always. And there he goes, taking the win.
Yeah.
Peters, followed by his teammate Allenbroek and Robroek, or Mr. Consistent in P3 on the podium. Ferrazzano and Pieter Goossens, the MX5 rivals, and then Philippe Aerts, Delforge.
Also an MX5 rival, by the way, Philippe Aerts.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there he is, Jelle Verstraeten in P8. Good racing from him. And then we have Jasper Schoonmakers with behind him Romano and Van Gansen.
Yeah, great battle between those three as well.
Loris de Vlieger, who had some bad luck with the spin of Taalmans, as well as Gerrits, who's driving 10 seconds behind him, who will come in over the finish line in 12th and 13th position. Unfortunately, no finish from Lucas Taalmans and Kenny Heremans tonight. and that's the number 47 over the line. Let's have a look at Gerits, the last driver to come over the finish line tonight.
Yeah, still solid points, by the way, for P13 actually. And somebody has to go through the other pit lane again. Some do it while racing, apparently, but yeah, you can do it after the race as well. So let's have a look at the results. Winner of this evening, Vince Peters, before Renzo Uilenbroek, solid P2. And then rounding out the podium is Maxime Robroek. Newcomer Aaron Ferrazzano in fourth position. Fifth goes to Pieter Goossens. Gilles Philippaerts in sixth. Jonathan Delforge in seventh. Jelle Verstappen P8. Jasper Schoonackers taking away position 9. And then rounding out the top 10 is Lucas Romano, followed by Shane van Ganzen, P11, P12, Lorenz Vlieger, Søren Gerrits, P13, and Lucas Taalman and Kerry Hermans are classified in 14 and 15, but they will not score points because they do not have enough laps on their in the books at the moment. So, yeah, exciting racing we've seen between
Absolutely.
a lot of between a lot of cars. Again, you don't need a lot of cars to have exciting races. Just good, clean drivers who are fast. And I think we had more than enough of those in this race, actually.
Yes. What do you think? I see Maxime Robroek third in the results in the Discord. Shall we invite him in?
Yes. Good evening,
Hey,
Maxime. Yeah. I would say just choose your language, English, Dutch, French, whatever you like.
Dutch, Nederlands.
Oké. Ja, dus opnieuw een constante in deze race.
Ja, je hebt de bijnaam gekregen, Mr. Consistent van Thomas Smits.
Ja.
Dank u.
En iets in mij zegt dat je waarschijnlijk ook nog relatief weinig incidenten gaat hebben.
Eén ietsje in heat 1.
Ja, dus dat zal inderdaad toch weer al een moeilijk te kloppen positie zijn.
Jij wilt echt wel heel graag gaan rijden bij Digitrack.
Ja, iemand extra mee kunnen nemen of zo. Hè, nu. Ja, consistente race, denk ik. Goed de openingrondes overleefd. Vertel eens, ja, wat was de gameplan? Hoe ben je aan de race gestart?
Gewoon like anders afwachten en proberen. Zeker hier was het een slipstream festival, zeg maar. En ik denk dat Kenny Hermans wel heel snel was op een bepaald moment, dat hij mij dan ook was inhalen samen met Lucas Romano. En ik wist wel weer dat er weer iets zou gebeuren in de laatste ronde. En ja, toen was ik vierde, dus ik dacht dat het misschien nog derde ging worden op de finishlijn, maar ja, dat is niet gelukt dan. Maar uiteindelijk, ja, heat 1 is niet zo belangrijk, het is de tweede race dat telt.
Ja.
En ja, daar heb ik direct wat kunnen volgen. Nou, Prenzo, ik had een goede start.
Mhm.
Lucas Romano had een hele
Ja.
slechte start.
Ja.
Dus ja, en dan moest ik wel het gat naar die Aaron proberen te behouden, maar die was echt super snel. Dus ik heb er al nog voor zitten zweten, zeg maar. Maar ja, het was goed. Ik kan er niet echt veel van zeggen.
Nee, je hebt inderdaad een tijdje op een eiland gezeten, hè, daar in die derde plaats. Want dan voor je was het gevecht tussen Peters en Uilenbroek. En dan achter u Verrazzano, Goossens, Philippaerts, die ook met elkaar aan het vechten waren.
Ja, het slipstream nu heel veel hier,
Ja.
want je kunt bijna tot 19e goed maken.
Ja.
Dus ik zag ook wel achter Aaron dat Peter en Gilles een treintje aan het rijden waren.
Mhm.
En dan Renzo en Vince ook wel.
Ja.
Ik dacht dat ik misschien terug aan het keren was op Vince en Renzo. Omdat we aan het battlen waren. Of Vince maakte op een bepaald moment wel een foutje. Maar ja, ik dacht ik ga terug in de slipteam komen. Maar dat was niet het geval. Maar ja, kijk, ja, ik ben toch blij met de derde plaats.
Ja, het is weer een podium, hè, en goede stevige punten die ja, toch wel belangrijk gaan zijn. Zeker nu met het feit dat Taalman ook weggevallen is. Gaat er zeker de positie in de standings wel verbeteren. Nog eens.
Ja.
Ja, sterke tweede positie inderdaad. Hè.
Ja,
Ja, dat is leuk.
Top. Ik zou zeggen, veel succes met de voorbereiding voor de laatste ronde dan. Die zit er ook bijna aan te komen, hè.
Ja, op mijn favoriet circuit.
Was dat
klonk redelijk
sarcasme
ironisch.
of...
Ja, Spa is en blijft een van mijn minst favoriete circuits. Ook
oei.
als Belg zijnde.
Dat is bijna zoals
nee.
vloeken in de kerk, hè, dat weet het toch?
Inderdaad. Dus ja, we zien wel hoe dat gaat zijn op Spa.
Ja, oké.
Veel succes.
Ja, in ieder
Gebruik de
geval-
voorbereidingstijd die je hebt, maar...
Ja,
Merci.
proficiat in ieder geval nog. En ja, tot de volgende keer, zou ik zeggen. Hè.
Yo, merci.
Ja,
Ciao.
dag. Oké, ja, ik denk dat wij er hier ook een finishvlag, dat wij ook een finishvlag kunnen zwaaien. Ja, I have to switch back to English, of course. So let's wave the finish
I was
flag.
waiting for you to
it's
realize.
really, yeah, it's. I'm done. I
It's
really
like,
enjoyed the
you know.
races. It was very exciting. Those 4 races just flew by, and yeah, thanks to all the drivers for giving us a wonderful show.
Yes, absolutely. Cheers to everyone. Thanks for watching, and see you in a couple of weeks on the 2nd of July.
Yeah, have a good evening, and see you the 2nd of July. Goodbye.